Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending where you are in the world. So let's get started with the BTC Weekly Review, right? Let's go straight to business. So I hope you had a great 2 days since my last video on Eve, which was Tuesday. We currently on Thursday. Um, we had a lot of fun since my last video on BTC. I mean, I did publicly open short position with you all around like 122k on BTC. We're gonna review today the position we have running, where we stand, how the market look, and we're gonna have a look at another position that I did open on Monday during remember. Many people FOMO'd on Monday, so we're gonna go through it all on different time frames. As usual, we'll go through weekly, 3 days, daily, H4, and we're currently sitting at an interesting point on BTC, but we will look at it in a bit. So. Where do we stand on BTC on the weekly? I mean, my view since last week has not changed on BTC. As you know, we did open a short position on 122k and $100. We are currently down since our entry 11.4%. My TP1 has been reached, so I've got my stop at break even on BTC, so it can no longer be a losing trade. So if you didn't take partial profit on it, I would recommend you to do it at the level where we stand, um, and move your stop to break even. So you make sure that you cannot lose money on that trend or on that trade. Sorry. Um, I mean, still the same. I mean, basically what I explained in the last week, couple of bearish divergence on the weekly. It's not looking good for bulls, huh? Uh, MACD trending down. I mean, we're gonna go towards 0 day on the weekly. We we can say that we did lose the 9 on the weekly. We're still around the 26, and we've got like wow 4 days left. I mean, a bit over 3 days until weekly close. Weekly close will be important. As you may know, I do stream every Sunday in the Discord, which is free to access if you've got a bluffing account. So feel free to join in, right? Um, we will see where we stand next week on the weekly time frame. If we did lose the 26, would like to see like us losing the 26, then maybe retesting it next week. Will be really interesting to see. So same zone. Yearly open sitting around like 93k. We've got an important CME gap sitting slightly below the yearly open. Let's have a look at the 3 days where we do stand. So we basically opened before the mess. I mean, the last recorded video was on Thursday, and that was 1 day before uh, market started to turn uh, on the other side, right? So what we can see now that we were not able to see during the previous video is that we've lost the 9 and the 26, right? We below both of the position. Let me just remove drawing. Right. So as you can see, we've lost a close below the 26 and the 9. We retested it perfectly, and now we get continuation done. We basically at range low where we stand. That's why I've told you like if you didn't take some profit, you should take some off the table. I mean, at least TP1, move your stop to break even because support is support until proven otherwise. I mean, the support is previous resistance. Yeah, you know, my chart are inverted, so you're gonna have to make up your mind with it, right? Let me put back my position back then. So I think BTC below 100K is only a matter of time, to be honest with you all. There's a huge liquidity sitting in between 96.8 to 99.2. So really important zone. I mean, the zone from 92 to 1999, that's a 10% window. It's a really important zone in my opinion. You've got so much correlation down there. You've got liquidation, liquidity. You've got yearly open. You've got a CME gap, and we then not that far off the 200 decimate on the daily, right? Let's have a look at the daily on the 3 days, I mean. But let's have a look at the daily because that's what's important. So that's where we open the position on that small bearish divergence on smaller time frame. But if you look back, that's three bearish divergence on the daily that we experience with high, no new low. And what's really important to look at is the body candle. You see, and I've got a trend line there that's been pretty well respected. I mean, I've shorted there, I've shorted there, I've shorted there. Um, yeah, important level where we stand. We just retested for second time the 200 SMA on the daily day. Almost a perfect touch. I mean, slightly below it, but we will see tomorrow once the body has, the candle is closed that I think that was a perfect test because we cannot have the 200 decimate of the current daily uh, candle until tomorrow, obviously, because day is not finished, right? So what you can see is that we've been trending around the 9 and the 26. We've lost the 9, the 26. We retested the 26 from below, and now we're back on the daily. Should we get a bounce from there to maybe even retest like 112, which was, I mean, previous resistance. It could be. I'm not too worried about it. To be honest, my stop is at break even over there. I do believe it's only a matter of time before we lose the 200 decimate on the daily, finally. And then we're gonna get a retest, and I think I'll be opening another short position over there if a clean retest is given. Also, what I wanted to tell you is that on Monday, I mean, that was over there. On Monday, I reopened another short on BTC. As I do only weekly review on BTC. You didn't get that position. Is something I shared in the Discord, but the entry was slightly above 115. It was 115 200 with a stop slightly above that body candle there, targeting the same zone, huh? Targeting the same zone, slightly below 90K. So RR is a bit not as good as the previous position, obviously because we're lower and we targeting the same target, but still 3R for short, it's good enough, right? Let's have a look at the H4 really quick. 9 minutes already. I'm talking way too much. The reason why I did open the short that I've stated slightly above 115 was the back test of the 200 SMA on the H4. So basically, we are currently trading on the 9 and the 26 on the H4. We had a breakdown, massive liquidation event, blah blah blah. A lot of people in pain, bears in full euphoria. At the bounce gave a retest. I mean, bearish structure on the overall picture on higher time frame, in my opinion. So I did shorted the retest of the 200 SMA. Uh, I was looking to because that's something we talk about in my Sunday live stream on Discord, and I did put an alarm at 1:15 and 800 on BTC, but once the alert flashed on TradingView, I was like taking a shower, so my entry was slightly lower because it moved quite fast over there. So yeah, where do we stand on the H4? Still the same. No bullish divergence to long that market. I mean, I do believe that that level will be lost at some point, and the 200 on the daily will be lost. I think it's time to trend on the H4 for bills, and hopefully we will get it. Anyway, that was it for me, guys. Today we're currently down 11% on the public position we did open on previous BTC video, and from the 115 entry, we done like slightly below 6%. So not too bad. Stay safe. I do believe that more volatility is coming. You've got all my link in in the bio of my YouTube channel, and hopefully you'll be joining the Discord. Once again, I'll repeat it, it's free to access. We're not after $200-300 on the monthly. Why? Because we can. Have a good evening, guys, and see you next Tuesday for ETH update, and next Thursday, of course, for the BTC weekly review. Cheers.